What's going on, family? I wanted to talk to you this morning about black fathers, why we wear gold teeth, and American history. I just want to give you some enlightenment on it because a lot of people don't know, and a lot of things are stereotyped, and a lot of things are washed down and diluted from the media, and things are turned into fashions and um, fads and style. But if you look at the black culture, a lot of things we have brought to society was based off of our pain and neglection of not having something. You know, we are prideful people. Not pride is looking over someone, but we take pride in ourselves, like we take pride in our images and how we look and how we carry ourselves. And if you would look at history and look at our people, you know, once we got out of slavery and we was able to dress nice and we was able to do things for. So you get people who wasn't able to take care of themselves and their physical appearance. So once they got the chance to do that, that's what we did. So coming out of slavery, for those younger generations that don't know, coming out, I'm from the South. I'm from Little Rock. I was born in Little Rock. I was raised in Southeast Arkansas and Denver. And during my time in Southeast Arkansas is the plantation part of Arkansas where the cotton is, um, where the rice is. Um, it's a lot of nutritious things going on down there that slaves had to do. Do that type of work. And I'm 40 years old. I turned 40 years old this year on March the 29th. And I remember being a youngster. I wasn't even a teenager yet. And I did it when I was a teenager, probably like 13, 14, I think, or maybe 13. But I used to get on the back of a truck with a lady named Miss Hesame and McGee. And it used to be a crew of us, some classmates, my mom, because I had to be there with my mom because I was young, chaperone. And we'll go out into the fields, man, and we'll chop cotton. And that's how I got my school clothes. A lot to you now, that's what we did. And I know during that time that wasn't legal, but it was what it was. So people were still down there chopping cotton and sharecropping. And I still know people that now I know what they was doing at that time growing up. I didn't know they was sharecropping still, but they was still sharecropping in Arkansas. Like I know guys that work for the farm all their life. They go before the sun come up and they come home when the sun down and they work hard and they beat down like all the time. Like it was a trip. Like I know some black men like that, especially in the city of Arkansas City. I know some black men like that that worked on the farm constantly to, take care of their families. And, coming from slavery, we wasn't able to take care of ourselves physically. I want to get that point across. We wasn't able to take care of ourselves physically, like our physical upkeep, our our teeth, our physical appearance. So once we was able to do so, we invested money in our mouth. We put gold in our mouth, not only just to say, "Ooh, I got gold teeth," but to make our smile look better because they didn't allow us to brush our teeth. We couldn't take care of ourselves. You see what I'm saying? Like American slavery was so evil that if you go back and look at people that has been enslaved throughout history, they never enslaved the people where they told them we don't want this people to learn. We want to make this people stupid. We don't want them to learn nothing but what we teach them. They can't read. They got to change their name. America did that, and they did. They talk about the Holocaust and with the Jews, and look what they did to the African Americans. Like we got done terrible. The Jews didn't have nothing. It ain't to me. It can't even be comparison to what they did to us in America, and that's one reason why me personally. I wear gold and I could have took it out and changed it, but I'm from that culture. Like I'm from the South, and the gold in our mouth meant a few things. It paid homage to our native side, our native, and then I'm Black and Native American. It pays homage to our native side that help us, when we was getting out of slavery, to help us learn some things that we needed to learn to be free from the white man. You know what I mean? So our native side, our native brothers that helped us, we pay homage to them from the gold, from the earth. You know what I mean? And it's just that's a paying homage situation. And um, when we first was allowed to put our monies in banks and and start building our communities, that you know that the bank took the African Americans' money, like they just took the money, like you put money in there and they just came up. Oh, something happened. We had a crash. Your $5,000 gone. Like they did some bullshit to our people, man. If you just go back and just do some homework, you will see the destructive mentality of America and how they systematically and still to this day destroying the black man, destroying the black culture and the black son. And I say black fathers because a lot of us African Americans don't have a lot of good relationships with our fathers. And me personally, I don't have a good relationship with my father. And I made this video today because I actually spoke to my father for the first time in over a year or so, or two, you know. And we spoke yesterday, and it was a little emotional. I didn't go in depth or nothing because I told him that if we want to fix our relationship, we need to talk face to face. You know, I don't want to talk over the phone and get things misunderstood. I want to talk face to face. And I'm a grown man, so don't lie to me. If you lie to me when we talking, I'm getting up and walking the fuck out. That's what I told him. And we ain't gonna have no relationship, but I'm willing to try to do this because honestly, because he reached out trying to fix it with me. You know, and I think that my aunt told me something. She was like, you know, if you in a bad situation and someone did you bad or someone did you bad and they was family or not and they just left it be what it is and they moved on, all you can do is just move on and put that behind you. But if you got hurt by somebody that you love and that love you and they said, hey, I messed up, man. I didn't know what I was doing. Let me try to fix this, or at least try to mend it a little bit, see what we could do, at least be on talking terms. You know, I think that you should at least try to do that because you don't want to push off no one that genuinely loves you, even though y'all can't talk and they say, man, I did some messed up stuff to you, you did some messed up stuff to me, but let's fix it. You don't want to push off no one that genuinely love you. Like if they trying, man, I messed up, let's see can I fix it. You know, try to mend it, at least on, you know, a basis where y'all can hold conversations and talk about the situation, you know. So for my aunt, you know, she sprinkled that seed on me that made me think about it, not to push no one off. So when he reached out, you know, to me to call me to, you know, check on me, you know, I answered the phone and hold a conversation with him. And like I say, it wasn't long, but we're gonna make plans to sit down face to face and air out some of our issues so that way we can have a better relationship and we can go on. But I will say this: my daughter, my oldest daughter, she'll be 23 next month in July. Um, my dad has been down there. He's in the same town with her. I actually moved both of them into Fayetteville, and then I moved out. But I moved them into it's a good little town. But I moved them in, and while I was there and got things established after my mom passed, you know, and my dad, he's been in her life, you know, with the grandbabies, you know what I mean? So with his great grandkids. So even though things got messed up with me, you know, he's doing his part with the grandbabies, you know what I mean? Even with my daughter, his granddaughter, you know, he's always, you know, been there to help her, talk to her, you know, work with her. He might say this or that. Sometimes she get mad at him, man, Papa did this. I can't believe. I'm like, hey, he there for you. We get mad at people that love us when they do certain things, but they love us and they put up with us. You know what I mean? Some people that you know will do you bad and they don't care. You know what I mean? And you got some loved ones that love you to death, but every time you tell them something, they tell the world. So you just say, okay, I love you, but I can't tell you everything. You know what I'm saying? But I think that that's something to think about, man. You know what I mean? This morning I was actually up just thinking about how our relationship went, and our relationship been sour all of my life, but you know, I loved my dad growing up. I remember I was literally that child that used to wait on the porch. My mom said, yeah, your dad finna come and get you today. I ain't never seen him, like literally, he never came. And then the few times he did come and get me, I remember how special I felt like, man, my dad had come to get me. We really didn't do no talking. He'll just come and get me. I'd be around him for a week or two in his friend girl or whatnot, and I remember, his friend girl saying to him and other, "Oh, you got a cute son. You got to, this and this." And I always was, always was looked out for when I was around him and his friends, his women. But our relationship was never good. Like my dad got introduced to the crack epidemic when the crack epidemic hit. He ended up. I don't. I think honestly, he started getting high first. Like, man, try this, man. It's just some cool stuff to do with the girls. The girls, a lot of men did it with getting freaky with women. It was, but I can't tell you how many stories I've heard a black man say how they got introduced to crack cocaine. Doing it was even messing with a woman or trying it with a friend, and then it went downhill. And then later, though, I can say this: I witnessed my dad go downhill. Like when we left Denver, I remember sleeping. Me and my sister and my mom, we slept in the car, and my grandfather sent us some money. I don't remember, it was a few days later or whatever, but I remember we were sleeping in the car. I don't know how long, maybe a week, maybe less. But my grandfather sent us some money to get us back to Arkansas, and we drove straight back. And I remember my mom, starting over, doing everything alone, was trying to pick everything up, man. And at first, growing up, it literally looked like my life was going to be a lot different. I remember cousins coming to visit me when we moved to Denver and saying that we was rich. I'm like, I don't think we rich, but I don't know. I'm young. We had a house, 3 bedroom, picket fence, basketball goal in the yard, the go kart. We had 3 vehicles in the yard. I remember my mom's car, and I think my dad had another car, and then we had a van. You know what I mean? And I remember that, and I remember, it looks like things was going to be going, and it was off my mom. My mama was a real hustler, man. She was a CNA, and she worked hard, man. She worked hard, hard. Like she even messed her back up doing that job. And I just witnessed the demise or how my father just went downhill. But like I say, growing up, it seemed like he was there, but he wasn't there, and then he just disappeared. And then I just remember not having that guidance, and being in the hood. You're gonna look up to, you know, you're gonna look up to homies that you respect that's doing things that you're not doing. So my daddy cousins, I kind of, they was older in my hood, and I respected them. I looked up to them. You know what I mean? Um, One of my older cousins, who taught me the streets and how to hustle, and taught me crack, because that's all he knew was how to make money off of crack. So he taught me, how to cut it, how to sell it, how to maintain, how to get money. And to this day, like he really, like, if I would say anyone that really taught me or gave me the chance on how to make money, he taught me my first lessons on how to make money, how to get money. I didn't know what I was learning, but even though that was a small hood illegal thing, it molded me as a man. It gave me more ambition and drive that I can do anything. You know what I mean? And growing up in my hood was blue. Actually, the OG that actually raised me, like I say, my cousin that actually gave me the game, put the sack in my hand, was like, "Hey, this what you do. Bring me back this. You keep this. This how we do this system." I mean, my cousin was a 9-0 Crip. You know what I mean? And so, like I say, my hood was completely blue. You know what I mean? And then later, change. You start seeing, red pop up here and there. But my hood was blue. My family was blue, and my family on my mother's side, um, my family on my mother's side is growth and development. So they believe in growth and development. So I end up leaning towards more of them because I never got blessed in the gang as far as like Crips, but it was my hood though, so it's different. So when it's your hood, I don't think you have to get blessed in a be that's your hood. You see what I'm saying? And that's, like I say, that's what my hood was. But my family, my mom's side, it was growth and development, came to disciples. So um, I end up um, going that direction as far as getting blessed in or something, you know what I mean? And I never changed my flag up actually, because that's one reason that made me do it, because I'm from the hood and I always kept a blue flag, and then I still was, had my flag, and it was still the same, but it was just more knowledge to me. So that's how I end up being. getting into growth and development, but it was for my family. Like these are family relations, like cousins, daddy cousins, mama cousins. You see what I'm saying? And they came from Milwaukee or was living in Milwaukee and came back to the South, and they established, a region down there. You know what I mean? Where um, it was a lot of my family that was growth and development. You know what I mean? A lot of my family. So, and like I say, both of my family now today, I got Bloods, Crips into my family. You know what I mean? Gangsters is all the above, pretty much. You know what I mean? But it wasn't about the separation. Cause see, we get caught up in looking at gangs and think it was just about the separation, but it's just about where you from, where your hood you at. You know what I mean? Whatever your hood was, that's just pretty much what you was gonna be. That's just what it was. You know what I mean? But needless to say, man, my father and I didn't have a relationship growing up. When I went to prison, he came back into my life with my mom, and he was bringing her up there to see me, or she'll come, or he'll help sometime, go some gas money. I got $25, give him this, And like I say, he did some things, man, trying to make back. But you know how once we grow in adolescence, we hold a lot of hatred and we get mad and bitterness and we just lash out to people, man. So I just lost so much respect because of the lies and the deceitfulness and how he treated me and what was going on. And then later, like now that I'm grown, especially this year, um, I know more about how he was raised and what that condition was. And and that plays a big part on how he raised me. And so, I can't get mad at him because he didn't know. His situation was he was blinded, man. He was a man that was completely sheltered and given everything with no responsibilities. And my dad was poor. My dad was stupid spoiled. And just from what I was told, he was the baby. He was the last, my grandmother's child. My grandmother is black and Native American. And my dad was spoiled. He was the baby, you know what I mean? And I remember different people I talked to talking about my dad having the first bikes in the little town. My dad having the first little car. He had a car when other people didn't have a car, you know what I'm saying? So, but he was, and then later, it's just stuff changed. So my dad has always been real, real selfish to this day. Like he gonna make sure he's straight. He a lot of I ain't got nothing. He got a pocket full of money. You know what I'm saying? He had always been that type of person, man. And it bothered me. But now that I grow up and I have learned from talking to some of his older cousins and some of the people that grew up with him that really kind of gave me more insight on how that generation was and how my family was and how my grandmother and my grandfather was, it just shined more light on it. But, it let me know that certain things happen, man. Like we talk about the slavery, certain things happen. It was meant like it was meant that the black father and the black son wouldn't have a relationship. Like that's the way that the white America designed it when they brought us over here for slavery. That's why when the black father had the child by a slave, and they put them in a relationship so much well you'll be here with them, and then once they get a certain age, they'll snatch them before, or they might let the mama nurture the child and then separate the child and the father, and then they just use the child for breeding, use the father for breeding. When they had the bucks, and they get this young buck right here, and we're gonna make a lot of him, and we're gonna breed them with this one right here. They gonna make some good kids. Did us like animals, bred us like, and now when you think about it, man, we still messed up to this day, like the way we think with, people say, oh man, he just hit and moved, but that's systematically, you know what I mean? If you go back in generations, they did this so that way we will be messed up for generations, and it takes generations to correct it. So it ain't like once one person wake up, it's gonna take some generations to get this mentality out of us, like the broken homes, and we not honoring our women, and we wanting they women. I have to, my wife is white, but I didn't go out looking for no white woman. I just want to let you know that for the record, that when I was looking for, I just looked for a good woman. But actually, I met my wife. It was on a blind date. My wife's name is Coffee. You know what I mean? I thought I was about to meet a black woman or a mixed woman, or I didn't think I was gonna meet no white woman. I'm gonna tell you that. You know what I'm saying? But everything happened for a reason. We got a good relationship, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I won't push her off because she's down for me. You know what I mean? But I didn't go and say, "Oh, I'm finna get myself together. I'm gonna get me a white woman." Nah, I didn't say that. And I got friends who have said, "Oh, I wouldn't date nobody else but somebody white. That's all I need. I won't date no sister." I'm like, man, that's some bullshit. Like, I don't agree with them saying that, but to each his own. And then I had a guy that said, "Man, I'm done dating white people, man. I'm only dating my sisters." And then he get in a situation with a sister that took him down through there only because she was pretty much a borderline prostitute, you know what I'm saying, online selling her body. She was a pretty girl, but she was doing that. And he didn't know that she was, selling herself. So it kind of put him in a bind and made him look stupid because he was like, damn, if you'd have let me know, I could have been down with it. But you made me feel like I was the biggest trick ever, you know what I'm saying? So he taking care of somebody that's selling herself 40 going north, you know what I mean? And, but he was like, oh, I'm done with this. So to me, I think it just each his own, man. I like women, period. You know what I mean? So the way I look, like if I'm gonna be with somebody, it's gonna just be with a woman, someone that's down with me and got my back. I support my black women. I support my native women. You know what I mean? I support my white women. I support my Chinese women. Like I just like women. You know what I mean? But as far as like personally, like if it was to start over or something happened with me and my wife, or we didn't make it, or we didn't, some, I would make sure definitely that whoever my next one would be, she would be black for sure. You know what I mean? I make purposely of that. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, this one is what it is, and I don't, we might be together forever. I don't feel like nothing is going to go left field because she got my back. But I'm just saying, if that ain't what I look for when I built my relationship, it just what happened. You know what I mean? But I understand how the black father and the son is um, so distant, so misinformed, and for some of my black brothers who do have their fathers in their lives, man, I salute you, man. You should most definitely, if he's there and he want to be a part, want to help you, want to guide you, get what you can get. You can get that wisdom, get that knowledge. That support is grand, but he might grew up in an era where he's thinking, still on a slave Jim Crow mentality, and a lot of them do. They want you to do certain this because they feel like, well, you don't do this, you ain't gonna get no job from the man, and you got to make sure you look out for the man because the man gonna make sure you eat. And we're in a generation now where we're independent. We're starting businesses. We think it independently, and we don't want to think like that. So we don't knock the way they was raised because that's how they was raised, and that work didn't help them survive. You see what I'm saying? During those times, they had to do that because they didn't know. Now we know a little better. We can actually establish businesses. We can get loans, grants. We can do our own. We can work independently. We can start our own thing outside of being connected to the system, and that's things that they're not aware of. And if you will go to them and talk to them about, a lot of them be fearful, like, oh man, I don't know about that, man. That's kind of, you're taking a risk, but being an entrepreneur, being a business is taking a risk. But there's a difference in negative risk and positive risk. I think we just have to weigh it out and knowing what I'm doing, what type of business I'm building, who is my clients, what is my product, what is my service, who am I helping, who needs it, you know what I mean? And I think once we identify those things, we can be able to grow. And then especially if we giving back to our people. So if you a real educator, the way I feel the educator should always get taken care of because they giving us wisdom and quotes from the past and present to help the future generations, the kids, get to that next level. So, I think we should take care of those who really are educators, really are trying to inform our people because, we don't know who gonna do what. The person that planted a seed in me didn't think I would make it to where I'm at now. And I feel like I still got a lot of ways to go, you know what I mean? And I know that the seed that I planted someone else might take them to some places I never even imagined. I can't wait to sit back and like, man, look what that brother did. You know what I mean? It ain't about him giving me nothing, but I like to see that the fact that I gave you some information and you took it, critiqued it, and took it to a whole nother level. You know what I mean? You took your independence and your family to a level that I can't even comprehend. You know what I mean? Like, man, how did he do that? That's good. That's what I want to see. I want to see us win, man. But I feel like, in America, the history of America has been to hold us down, man. This has been to keep us blind, uninformed, uneducated. Um, to keep us killing one another, blind from the system, man. I mean, we know that racism will always exist. So I'm not trying to eradicate racism. I don't even, I feel like as long as we're alive in this world, in this country right now, it is what it is. This white supremacy, I mean, it's what it is. It's in your face. You can accept it or not. But I feel like just because that exists, we still can live a better life, independently. We still can do our thing. We still can, like, we are rising now. And I think our independence are rising and our network with our people like it was during the tussle of Black Wall Street and during the times we had different communities that was booming, that was black owned. And we shop with black. We went and bought black. We ate black. We rented black. We invest in black communities and not in communities on the outside. And I think that for what we got to start doing, man, is we're gonna rise, man. We got to stop supporting agents. We got to stop supporting agent businesses that sell hair. We got to find some brothers that sell hair, some sisters that do it. We got to stop supporting them, man, because they're not supporting us. They running us off, kicking us out, calling the police on us, and you still go over there, man, let me get that hair. Man, listen, man, they making money off of us. You got Asian people with hip hop stores. Asian people with hip hop stores, man. We can't even. You open up a hip hop store, don't nobody want to come and shop with you. Oh man, that's Joe's shop, man. He gonna try to. Let's go over here to Yamin. We got to start supporting one another, man. We got to start supporting one another, and I think this era with the Black Lives Matter movement, you know, not just the movement of the words, but of the people, you know, of the people getting tired of a human genocide of a people that was raped, robbed, and destroyed and took advantage of and made money off of. And you have people that say now, the reparations was written into the plan years ago. Lincoln, put that in because he knew, oh man, we at least got to do something. They didn't ever honor that because they want to, whatever they do, they want to do it for the American people too. They be like, well, but you need to do it for them too. They benefiting off white slavery. What the fuck we got to do for them? I think it need to be like, I don't care. Even if they give it to a black man family, say they give the person 200,000, 250. Just say they blessed everybody with 250,000. Whatever they do with it, if they go out and buy 1,000 Jordans, whatever they do, that's their business. I would say get educated, get informed, get the education you need. Not going to their colleges and spending vain money for some stuff that you ain't even need to learn. But you getting what you need because you don't need their degree on your wall to run your business. You need that education on how to run your business. They paper is not going to enhance your business unless you want a job. That's the mentality that we breaking. We breaking the job mentality. We want to have businesses. We want to have companies. We want to have corporations. We want to have some sole proprietorships. We got to have some property. We want some retail. That's what we got to be at, man. And America, if you look at the history, it never wanted us to succeed. Like, it only allowed things to get easier and easier because there's a time. And now they are faced with a crisis. We are faced with the uproar of America and the deaths of our innocent black males and women and police brutality. And now it's coming to people's noses. It's so strong now that it's got tears in your eyes and watering you up because you can't stand the smell of it. It's so foul. Like, it's foul. You know what I mean? And our people have been broke down. Man, we have been broke down, man. And like I say, now I think we have to build and work on ourselves in so many different aspects, man. 'Cause like I said, we got broken relationships with our families, with our fathers. We got, our black men killing one another's over colors and hoods, and it's their hood. We don't even own the hood, you know what I mean? Because we've been misinformed, we want to, the gains was to protect the neighborhoods from the police, not from us. Yeah, yo, cuz, yeah, Uncle Red over there got red. Unc over here got blue on. It don't matter. We go your hood, you come to mine, but them police ain't getting in here beating and killing us and raping us and just doing what they want to do. That was it was for. It represented the neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? The blood mean, hey, we family over here. That's what this mean. Crips, we're gonna control this. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure our block is good. Make sure our people. Make sure you ain't doing nothing foul. Um, Growth and development. Black Peace Stones, Vice Lords. All this was for our people to construct something so that way we could protect us because they was killing us. And not only was they killing us, we weren't able to make any money. We weren't able to live and provide for our family. So yeah, the drugs came in. Yeah, this came in. But you got to think the same thing that they knock us for or for doing on a small, minute scale, they doing on a big, large ass scale. How do you think the dope is getting into the country? How do you think they can do what they doing? Do you think, have you ever seen a black man fly a plane to go get some poppy seeds, some cocaine? Think about it, man. A lot of the stuff that was brought to the black man's door to incarcerate him, to kill him, was constructed by the white man, was constructed by America to destroy him. Crack, it was made to destroy us. You know what I mean? We ain't got no chemists. They came in, if you listen to Rick Ross, he'll tell you how they came in and a couple folks showed them how to do this. They didn't know what they was doing. The folks made it, figure out what they're gonna do. We're gonna help them sell it. We're gonna get some money off of it, boom the economy up, then we're gonna lock all of them up, and that way our kids and their kids and their kids can have jobs because they gave us three strikes. 40, 50 years under 70%. This and this. And then by the time you do all this time, you messed up anyway. You back in slavery. I did 10 years, man, from 16 to 26. And I can't lie to you, like, it was some hard ass time. But I survived it though. But everybody wasn't as fortunate as me. I know people that did that much time that mentally it messed them up, man. Like messed them up. It, it is what it is, And I just wanted to come to y'all, man, and just talk to you for a minute about us, about our unite, about us uniting, us forgiving our fathers, us fixing our broken homes, our relationships. If you can fix it, if it's in your power, fix it, man. Fix it. If you can fix that relationship, fix it. If you can't fix it and they don't want do nothing, go on. But if a person come to you and say, hey, I know I did you wrong. I know I messed up. I know I wasn't there for you. Let me fix it now. It ain't all about catching up, but it's about checking in. And that's one thing that a guy told me when I got out of prison. He said, son, don't get out and try to play catch up because you ain't gonna never catch up. You've been gone 10 years. The world is it's in front of you now. But you can get out and you can check in. You just check in and say, hey, I'm here now. Where can I get in where I fit in at? I'm going to help now. I know I was gone in the past. I know I did this, but what can I do now? That's all we can do, man. And all we can do is just ask for our own people to forgive us. You know, forgive us for what we have done to one another. You know what I mean? Forgive me, sister. Forgive me, brother, for what we have done to one another. But the system created it. You see, a lot of the hate, a lot of the killing, a lot of the things that we do to one another, it was seeds that was planted so that way we can do these type of things. Like they wanted to see us destroy ourselves. They want to make profit off of us some type of way. It's like America. It's like the black man, the African American is the big profit in America. They profit off our labor. They profit off our body parts. They profit off of our they profit off of our businesses, what we build, the things, the patents, man. You know how many patents have been stolen, how many copyrights, things that was created by blacks that's been stolen, just straight up taken because we don't know this full system. This is not our country. It is now. We here, you know. We didn't put it in the work like everybody else did. And people want to say, oh, y'all lazy. It's just a trip, man. I had to drink some coffee after that. It just, it's just sad, man, to see how America has done us, how America has enslaved us, and then it'll laugh. I don't see what's so funny. Like, what's so damn funny? This guy, he can't read, he black, but then you make it law that he couldn't read, and now you're gonna mock him after you made him couldn't read. He can't say these words or that word. You say, ha ha ha, you stupid. Ha ha ha. Why you can't say that? You do know what that means? Do you even know what that means? How can you? That shit ain't even funny. How can you mock somebody that you purposely made to be stupid? Please explain that to me, because I don't get it. And those brothers and sisters, we got to stop mocking our brothers when we see them when they dialect is different because that's what it was. our brothers in the South, our brothers in certain bayous and different, Louisiana and different parts of the country where we got different dialects. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we was raised. That's how they taught us, and we just did the best with what we did, and we learned how to communicate amongst ourselves. You know, it is what it is, but don't knock that, man. I literally, me personally, when I get around my black people and I get around different cultures and my black and I hear them talking somewhere, that's their dialect, man. I like it. I think it's dope. You know what I mean? Because that's them. That's their people. That's how they talk there. You see what I'm saying? So I think that we shouldn't knock that, man, but we should embrace that we we are a part of the indigenous people. Like we are. Our blood runs through. It runs through our veins too. So a lot of us just have to know who we are. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, "Ye are gods." It said, "Did I say that ye are gods? But ye would die like man?" I think that we got to know who we are, man. I think once you know who you are, you'll start changing how you carry yourself, how you move around. Once you know who you are, once you know you're a king, once you know you're a queen, once you know your purpose. But if a man don't know his purpose, a woman don't know its purpose, they just gonna do anything because you're gonna think that's what it's supposed to be. And nobody show you anything different. You know what I mean? So I just think that we just got to educate ourselves and don't knock what you don't know. You know what I mean? I keep my goal in my mouth to represent my heritage, to represent slavery from my culture, from those who survived it. And my goal stands for survival, you know, new beginnings. I got eight, and the number eight stands for new beginnings. And it's new for me. And every time I look in the mirror or I look at my goal, it reminds me of where I've been, what I went through. Like it ain't about the fashion. It's not. It's about history. It's about me telling my story about what my people went through, and I embrace it. And I don't care if they say, "Oh, you need to do this, do this." I'm not looking for no job. I'm gonna be a boss till I die. I'm gonna keep creating something. You know what I mean? I want to create jobs for others, but me personally, I'm not working no job. You know what I mean? I'm gonna work for myself. I'm gonna build things so I can help others get jobs and get things. But I think that's what we can do. That's what we can do as a black people. We can really help one another build. But we gotta start from somewhere, and ain't nothing gonna be easy, man. I mean, you ain't gonna get there overnight. We ain't gonna learn everything we need to learn in one section, in one class setting. You know what I mean? It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time for us to reprogram our mind and reprogram how we think and reprogram the information. I'm gonna tell you, man, my biggest thing once I fully became a man, and I want to just say this for the record, I had to reprogram myself. Like a lot of this, 90% of everything I was taught was a damn lie. You know what I mean? And I had to reprogram my thinking. I got mad, I got upset. I thought like, man, why would they lie to me like this? Why would they tell me this? Why would they do this? And well, for some of the ones that was telling me, they only did that because that's what was told to them. They was told a lie that they believed. So in order for us to make sure our kids do better, we're gonna have to tell them the truth. Stop telling your kids about some fake ass Santa Claus. Ain't no fucking Santa Claus. You are the person that's providing. Stop honoring these pagan ass holidays, man. That's just meant for commerce. Think about it. If you think about it, go to stores. A store run a theme 24/7. Think about it. Last time you go to the store, you say, "Oh, it's Thanksgiving. Oh, it's Christmas. It's this. It's that. It's that." All of you. These type of holidays are made for finances to make money off of you. Some of them you see, "Oh man, it's family time. This is the time for family. Anytime is for family. I don't have to pick one day. The government ain't finna tell me this is the day you need to spend time with your family for this 2 days. Hell no. I'm gonna spend time with my family when I want to. You know what I mean? I think it's more than Christmas. I think we always should have a family time, a meeting, a time to get together. You know what I mean? But I just feel like a lot of the things that we believe as a black culture, we got to break those chains, man. We got to stop believing in them lies, teaching our kids them lies. Like, damn, it comes a time where we just gotta wake up. And my kids don't. I don't celebrate holidays. My wife know she's American, so she celebrate every holiday. But I don't. That's her thing. I don't knock her. You know. And if you go in the Old Testament, God told Solomon, I'm not tripping on the women you get, the queens, whatever you want. Just don't serve their gods. Think about that. And you know how he failed? he started serving their gods. He started building temples for them. He had a lot of different women, and he go every woman he go see when he go visit her, he'll worship her God with her, and he go worship her God with her. Well, baby, you should pray with me to my golden monkey ass. Man, come on, we gotta wake up, man. We gotta stop believing in fake gods. Stop believing in fake stories. Made believe history that's in America. This shit they made up for us. You know what I mean? As a black culture, we got to just find the truth, man. And the truth is out there. It's not hard to find. There's a lot of lies on the internet. There's a lot of people throwing information out of there. Me personally, I feel there's a balance. I'm pro-black, and it doesn't mean I'm anti-white because I'm not anti-white. But I'm pro-black. I'm for my people. But I'm not finna tell you that I don't talk to nobody white. I'm against it. No, I'm not. That's not me. That's not my story. That's not my. That's not what I'm preaching. You know what I mean? Like I ain't with hate, of any kind. But I am with unity and uniting for my people and standing for my people. Like I'm with that, and I'm cool to be on the front line. I'm cool with that because if someone don't say it, it ain't gonna never be said. Sometimes we get intimidated about sharing how we feel because of what the next person might say, or this person might say, or oh, I don't want to offend nobody. I might lose that check. We don't want to offend the white man, the white woman that we work for, because we don't want to be black enough, blackish. We be okay. But if you try to be, oh, that might offend Susan. I need to say all lives matter because I got to think about them. No, our lives matter. Black lives matter. We know all lives matter in America. We know every soul that's on the soil matters. But black lives haven't been mattering. Haven't been mattering since we've been on this soil in America. Since they first came into the Africa and started stealing people, since they introduced the gun. Man, I'm gonna keep it real with you. To me, that damn gun, ooh, that damn gun, man. That damn gun gave them power to enforce guns, bombs. That gave them power to enforce slavery on a whole different level. You think about the people that was fighting the man. You ever seen some of the movies where you see the natives fighting and they throwing they fighting, but they can't beat the bullets. Like that's how they come. Man, listen, you coming up with them guns, you fucking coward. You know what I mean? But man, think about this. Take them damn guns away. Take the guns away. Take the bullets away. Man, they'll get their ass whooped. Native Americans would have still had their land if they didn't have them damn guns. They'd have fucked them up. You know what I'm saying? Geronimo, they'd have fucked them up, and they took a lot of them out. You know what I mean? And just think, uh, a lot of our brothers and sisters wouldn't have been in slavery. They didn't have them guns. You wouldn't have forced us on them damn boats. You wouldn't have made us do them damn fields if we could have got away. Come on, man. The guns to me, if anything evil, the fucking guns evil. Guns. I ain't gonna say that a gun is completely evil, but I'm gonna say a gun is evil where it was able to use to for a weaker person to dominate a stronger person. I can't fight you. I can't beat you. I need to shoot you from a distance. I need to kill you from 100 yards. That way you don't even see me coming. That's some coward shit right there. You're gonna come you're gonna come to their house and take their children, their families, and rape them and rob them, and you can't even fight and take it. You gotta kill them from a distance. Man, this is America, and ain't nothing changed. Think about war strategies now. Like it is what it is. Like this system is about war, it's about destruction. And let's say it said that it will always be this way. We will always have war, violence in America, in this world. But I think it's time for our people to come together and to just wake up, man. To just know what's going on. Just don't be naive, man. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you my thoughts on the situation, how I feel, just a little history up on myself in this country. But you know, as a black father, and I'm a black father, and the reason that I'm in Oklahoma City right now is because I need to be here for my son. My son is in Fort Smith. I can't go back to Arkansas, but Oklahoma City is close enough for me to get to Fort Smith within 2.5, 3 hours, if I need, to be there, do things with them. So I had to come here and get reestablished, man. And I'm getting reestablished. I spent more money than what I thought, trying to get things done, trying to get things lined out. But I'm doing all of it for my son, man, because I can't allow him to grow up the way I did. I don't want him to have the same experience. I got to break that dad curse with him. It got to start with him, so that way he can do the better for his and to go on and on. But I know I got to make the sacrifice now. So I moved from Phoenix, man, and come here and uprooted, and literally things were starting to go for me in Phoenix. Like things were starting to go for me. I had started getting I was getting established good, and I had to regroup, man, and come back here and start all over again. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I was a little, I was a little disturbed by it, not because of my son, because I want to be here for my son, but I felt like his mom, I felt like she had, if it wasn't for the things that she did for me not to be around him or make things so complicated, I wouldn't have to be in this situation. But then again, I put myself with her. I was with her, you know what I mean? So I got to blame myself too, you know what I mean? Hog on, brother. I got to blame myself too, man, you know? So it's like, if you was with someone, it's kind of hard to talk about them if you was with them. I played a part in that story too, you know what I mean? So what I had to do was, once everything cleared up, man, I just had to, once my son got old enough, he's 8 now, about to be 9, and that's pretty much what I had to wait when he's asking for me more, and situations happen in her life, evidently with law or whatever, where it gave me an opportunity to be in my son's life more. She want me to be in his life more than it was at first. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have that opportunity, and that's why I left, man. I'm like, why should I be around if I can't be with my family? If I can't provide for them and love them? And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I got 3 kids, and my purpose was to be around my kids, like be there for them. You know, it wasn't never meant for my kids to be in different households, but that it happens. Life happens sometimes, and now I got the opportunity to come here, and like I say, man, it's been some ups and downs, but things it's been more good than bad, most definitely. And so I know I had to make a sacrifice for my son. So me being in Oklahoma City now and being here, for the time I'm gonna be here till my son graduates, I'm here for him. I'm here to break a curse, man. Like I want him to do better than me. I want him to be free. I want to teach him work ethics. And my son enjoys welding, like he enjoyed building things. So I can just see how it's gonna be grand for him. Like I'm excited for him because I remember telling him, hey man, by the time you get old enough to drive, you're gonna drive better than your teachers. He said, really, daddy? Yeah, we're gonna make sure you're gonna have a car better than them. Not just because I want to show out or nothing, but he worked for it. He gonna have a full skill trade before he graduates. He gonna be running the business before he graduates. Like, man, I don't need this school, but I'm gonna tell him, if you want to walk that line and get that diploma, get it. I'm not knocking you. If you want to say, hey, I'm done with this school shit. I got what I needed. Dad, let me go and get my GED. Let's jump in here and get this business. I just want to say I got the GED, but I don't really need the GED for business, which you don't. But if you just say you got to get this accomplishment just to show that you accomplished something that's good for the brain, I was like, okay, get your GED, and then um, if you want to quit, you can quit. I even told my daughter, and then you want to go to a trade school, you want to get this to learn this, you want to learn this, let's do that. But I don't want to teach them to be a part of the system because they don't have to. You know, a lot of people are homeschooling their kids, and I think that's very wise because a lot of the information that they're giving us um, right now is it isn't good. Yes, yes, yes. Leadership is where is that exactly. A lot of the information that they giving us, man, isn't good for our people. Like it's misleading, and I think now people are starting to see it, and they homeschooling their kids more and more and more. Literally, you see more and more of that going on. But I don't want to preach. I'm not preaching to my kids to go to college. I'm not preaching to them to to get an education from the system. I just want them to learn how to read, write, understand, and then you figure out your direction on what direction they want to go in. You know what I mean? You figure out what direction they want to go in, but I don't want to force that on them. I just want to give them a better opportunity at life, man. like at life, And coming from where I'm from, it was all about. I remember just wanting just to do better, do for my mom, man. I wanted to not see my mom work so hard. Um, I wanted to see my family do good, just physically see them smile, see them dress nice, you know, and we was willing to do whatever it took just for that, and still missing the big purpose, the big picture, that there's so much that we need that we've been neglecting, like our mental health. A lot of black men have mental health issues. A lot of us have things we have went through, and then it even said that anyone that's been oppressed, anyone that has been neglected like this, you go through mental trauma, man. And if you look at white America, when they go through some trauma, they get doctors, they get people to give them pills, they get psychiatrists, all this good stuff. Yeah, yes, I most definitely agree. I think you can, instead of sending your kids to strangers, you know what I mean, that you can be able to teach them yourself. Like, how are you going to send your kids to a school to be educated by the enemy? Like, he's not teaching them. Like, if you look at the school system, man, they teach your kids to be slaves. They teach your kids to they always try to divide people on this and this. Oh, you just this slave, you that slave, you this slave. So you work this job. Oh, but if you this smart, you can work this job. And if you that smart, you can work this job. But it's all jobs. Jobs. Working for somebody else, not working for yourself, not being independent, not being free, being controlled. I'm just tired of being controlled. Yes. Most definitely we have to learn our own history. Yes, we most definitely got to learn our own history. And I think, we just have to do some homework, man. We're so lazy and just let people tell us anything and we'll run with it, man. Stop letting people just tell you stuff. Find out what's really going on. Find out what the truth is. Find out how you can change the situation. You know what I mean? And with my blog, my purpose is to just, yes, most definitely I have seen hidden colors. I love them. I actually was telling my brother that when I had them, I was moving and I lost them, but I had all series of them. But I most definitely need to get them back because I had them and I lost them doing the move. And I actually moved to Arkansas, moved from Arkansas to Phoenix. So it's been like 4 years ago when I lost them hidden color tapes. But yeah, if you haven't seen them, you need to check them out. There's some good facts. It's true. It's just stuff that you need to know. You know what I mean? Stuff that I think that you should teach your kids. That's the history you need to teach your kids. You need to show them where we come from. Show them what the world has done, and don't teach them hate. Say, now I'm going to show you these things, but I don't want you to hate this people. Because one thing that I learned, me and my aunt was talking this, that I realized that the spirit gets in a person. Like if it's an evil spirit, a hateful, a murderous spirit, a jealousy, a rapist spirit, a connect, like these are spirits, and they can get connected to the person and will hate the person. But the person is being possessed by the spirit. Think about it. I know you've seen people, and once you see them, like, nah, he got that hate in him. You can see it. Like that's a spirit that he didn't let it get attached to him or attached to her. Maybe they went through something or they was with someone, and that person pushed that spirit along to them due to sexual activities or whatever. Because you do know you pass things through sex. So to my black brothers, my young brothers out there, hey, protect yourself. Be wise with who you sleep with because every time you open yourself up to someone, you getting a piece of them. They getting a piece of you. And that can be bad or good. So be wise, protect yourself, man. Protect yourself, please. Wear protection. Women, wear protection. Man, just because she say I'm on a pill, I'm on this, it still would not protect you from diseases. It won't protect you from getting these spirits disconnected to your body, man, from dealing with these certain people. Like that's just something that I have learned in life, and I believe in spiritual principles. I'm not a preacher. Um, I believe in the Bible. Not necessarily everything that's in there. I believe that it is the slave Bible, but the Bible is our history book that has been reconstructed and changed to fit their narrative. So I believe that history is there. It's our history, and I believe that it's facts, and I believe God is real. You know what I mean? But I believe we have to do our own homework. I believe we have to do our homework. We have to know. We have to build our own relationships. Like, to each his own. I don't knock no man for what his faith. I got best friends that's Muslims. I got best friends who Christians. I got best friends that's Buddhists. I got friends that's. No, I ain't got no atheist friends, but these are just associates that I got. You know what I mean? But I don't think I got any atheists, complete atheists. I don't believe in nothing because I think it's kind of stupid not to believe in something. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, but hey, to each his own. You know what I mean? Um, I know that I just didn't get here. I know I didn't get here and things didn't happen the way, just out the blue, just came together. And we here now. Nah, it didn't happen like that. But I think it's up to us to teach our kids the truth, teach them, what's going on, teach them why they introduced it, Christianity, why they introduced the Christmas, why they did the holidays, how the bunny got um, orchestrated inside of Easter. The bunny ain't got nothing to do with no damn Easter. Why is it got to be associated with the rise of Christ? Why? Why do we go on Easter head hunts? I mean, just some of the stuff you think about, like, man, this stuff is crazy on how the truth has been mixed with lies and fables and concepts and ideologies from different people. Say, well, maybe you should do this, and we just been running with it. You know, we got to do better. But that's why I just wanted to come to you, man. Hopefully, like I say, in the near future, my blog will be a lot better. I'm planning on jumping off my podcast soon once I get my facility up, because I'm gonna have a little spot in there where we're gonna be doing live podcasts, once a week. Um, so I want to get it set up so I can really, talk about different things, have different independent people, different welders, different people who come down and visit me, just some visitors just pop up. Yes, yes, yes. Just different individuals that pop up who want to network and talk about welding, life as a black man, life as an African American welder, business, turning a trade into a business. We're just going to talk about life stuff, money, finances, home, love, mental health issues. I even think that I want to have a section on my blog where we literally talk about mental health issues at least once, every couple weeks. So, I most definitely need to look into that. I never knew about that site. But I think that that's a lot we can do, man. And I just want to do what I can organically. You know what I mean? And like I say, I do this, man, to just talk to my people, man. Because I feel like when I was looking for wisdom and I was looking for knowledge, I couldn't find it. Okay, it's an app. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. When I was looking for it, I couldn't find it, man. So when you see these videos of me just dropping random thoughts, random information, giving game, giving wisdom on certain things, I'm giving it because I was looking for it. As a black man, as a black adolescent, I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. Everybody made it so hard to get it. Like, they got it and they was like, I'm not telling you, or they be like, I'm gonna charge you a stupid amount. Like, I don't mind paying for it, but damn, you gonna, help me out. You know what I mean? Like Pete said, once he was in a situation, he was able. The lawyer told him, if you want to know what I know that helped you grow your business, I need 25,000 for this consultation. You give me 25,000, we'll talk. Pete was like, damn, 25? I hope you finna tell me some good stuff. Told what he told him that he had to go spend 200 more to do what it actually he wanted to do, but he didn't know that. So he had to spend 25,000 to get some information that turned him into a millionaire. And when I tell my black people that I got a consultation for $150 and one for $500, they look at me like, $150, you spend them on some shoes, man. You jackball that on the outfit. Hell, most people shit that out in a week on food. And you won't put that in your education, $150, $500. I'm making it affordable because I want to see you win. You see what I'm saying? As time goes, things going to change, but I'm still going to have certain things based. But for my $150 consultation, it's just a one-time talk, giving you all the information you need. We hold communication. I get you what you need. $500 is a lifetime. That means we connected. As I grow, you grow. I get new information. I give it to you. We're comrades. And then you text me, we talk, we can, when you ask me a certain question, you say, hey man, I really need this. Man, I've been welding for 20 years. So I've been welding 20 years, over 20 years. So I look young, I'm 40 years old, but I got introduced to welding pretty much at 17, started actually getting into it about 20. And like I say, I'm 40 years old now. So, um, but I think that we need to break that curse, man, of thinking we're going to get something for nothing. You know, we spend money on everything. So invest money in yourself. You know, you look at me or you look at the person that tells you need to give me this. And some people, it's crazy when they real famous. You like, oh, I give it to her just so I can say, oh, I was with so and so. You ain't even get none out of the deal. You know what I mean? You know how many famous people I have seen, those people thought they was famous. They like this brother named Polite that they had to pay. He was beat, man. I read, seen, and watched so many videos of him conning people out their money, beating them out their money, but they gave it to him. You know, and then you think about it, he was just the way he did it, it was kind of smart because people just get their money to somebody without actually seeing actions. If someone show you some actions, actions, but don't get caught up in scamming. Yes, it was a scam. Would you say that? Okay, I'm gonna make sure I do that when I download the app. But yes, it was most definitely was a scam. Think about it, brother. You know, you got these brothers that people quick to invest in, quick to do this, that's not really showing you actions. They just giving you some puffed up words. We got to stop just liking our ears to be tickled. Ooh, tickle my ear. Tell me something nice. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Black power. And your ass left with nothing. Oh, let's do a million man march. What did we change? A million people walk down the street with suits on. Everybody had to put $1 in. So who made $1 million? I'm just saying we ain't gonna talk about that. So why are we doing stuff that serves no purpose? I'm not finna go march with you if we're not finna change something. What are we finna do? What's really finna happen? You see what I'm saying? And I think that's how we got to be. Like we got to really look for action, saying this brother, he's being consistent. You know, I got brothers that I network with. I pay for their service. I got a guy that do my blueprints. Me and him cool now, but you know what? I spend money with him. That's how we got a relationship. And I don't call him every day, but if I need something, ask him a question about something, like, yeah, Joe, what's going on? Ooh, oh yeah, just let me know when you're ready. I get my blueprints. The cheapest one, um, print design I had got done was $150. So it ranges from 150 to 300 is the most I ever paid for everything, the prints, the design, the 2D, 3D, and he got everything done professional where I was able to submit it to take my life to that next level. Dude wasn't finna do this for me for nothing. You know, his skills of him doing his cab drawings and all of that just because I'm a brother, he a brother, you think he just gonna do this for me for nothing? Nah, it took time. He went to school. He went to debt in debt to get that education. So it's like a slap in the face for me to say, hey man, you know, let me get this for nothing. I don't even do that. I just say, hey bro, I'm on a budget. I got a little budget. This is what I can afford. What can you do? Oh, how much do I need to get this done? Then he might say, hey, okay, if you need this, we could do this for this dollar. But if you need this, it'll be this amount. You know what I mean? So he at least giving me say, okay, if you spend five, it can be nice. If you spend 200, it'll be okay. And some things, you know, in certain situations, okay is fine. And some things you need it to be nice, you need to be perfect. So you got to go that extra mile and spend it. But I didn't knock that brother's prices. You know, he told me what his price was. I said, yay or nay. If I could afford it, I said, man, I can't afford that. This is what I got. Just be realistic. Or I'd be like, yeah, that's cool. I can do that. That's all you got to do, man. You know what I mean? But we got to shop with one another. You know what I mean? Like I say, um, my blueprints that I also have, I got them, I designed them so that way brothers like you that might need something that don't know how to build nothing, but well, you know how to build, but you don't have your own drawings to actually make a side hustle. I wanted to come up with some blueprints that I could actually franchise with people, and you can make my products in wherever you at. So, man, you don't know how to make a product, you can make mine and still make money. You see what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. I want to sell blueprints. I want to sell franchises of my ideas where okay, you don't know how to do this, you get this, I can still help you make money. I want to help you make money because a lot of times people be in a situation and they can have money all around them. I can't tell you how many people I have helped that had situation around them and they didn't even know it. They taking advantage of it, not even thinking like, man, why you ain't using this to do that over there? They be like, well, damn, man, I never even thought about that. I'm like, really? Bro, you gotta open your mind up. It's more than one way to eat. It's more than one way to hustle. And it's not illegal. It's just thinking outside the box. Trading, bartering, the whole system. Use everything. But don't be afraid to spend money with your people. You know what I mean? Spend money with your people, man. And then, like I say, some of our people have to charge a little higher because the way the system is set up, because it's made that we can't get certain materials, certain things without having to spend an arm and a leg. So yeah, you go to this black store, it might be $5 or $2 higher than what the white man got it, but we can't get things like they can get it. You know what I mean? Like I literally, before I let you go, I want to share something. I sold my RV to a millionaire. And I just want to tell you that because I know a few people ask me about, what did you do with your RV? I sold it to a millionaire. And I sold that RV to a millionaire. And I remember in a conversation of me selling it to him, what he told me. First, I told him what I wanted. We shook a jug on the prices. He said, well, what about this? I said, no, I can give you this. I at least got to have this. And he was like, all right, well, I can do this. And we negotiated the price. And once we came up on the price, he was telling me how he just came back from Mexico, running a company. You could tell that he had money, but he was a laid back guy. And he told me that he went to Mexico to start the business and they made a killing. He was over there for 7 years, I think. And he said that I want to say he said his top employee over there, he was paying probably $3.50. But they had full medical, their family had medical, they fed, he said they had a lunch area for the whole family. When families not doing good, they can bring their families up there and eat, schedule lunch, dinner, breakfast. You see what I'm saying? Like they was taking care of the people, but they really weren't paying them a whole lot. But in that place, that was a whole lot. Most of them was making $1 for a whole day. Now they making $3.50 an hour. So they coming up in their minds. But that's how we do. Like we look for the cheapest situation to win. And then he come to me and tell me, he said, whatever you believe in doing, stand on it. If you got something that you like and you believe in, stand on it. But he was like, always look for the better option. Always look for the better price. You know. And he was like, we say cheapest isn't best, but it is. If you got enough capital and you buying so much, you can get that price for that item cheap. I put a skid up on my Facebook marketplace. And I said the skid is $600. Show pictures of it, this and this, and a lot of people was like, "Ooh, that's nice, that's nice." And one person made a comment and said, "Oh man, that looks like $100 worth of material, and you selling it for $600? Ha 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 ha!" Thought that shit was funny. Funny. I ain't gonna exaggerate this. Somebody white made a comment. Well, if the material cost that much, he still designed it. He still put it together. He still came up with it. If you ask me, $600 is a damn good price for that. You know what I mean? So most people will say things just out of ignorance. People say things out of ignorance, not knowing that it takes a whole lot to do something. You see what I'm saying? They just look at one thing, but we deal with people like this. So you always gonna have hate. You always gonna have people that don't understand. But you just got to do it anyway. Yep, right. You just got to do it anyway. You know what I mean? You got to do what you supposed to do. And that millionaire man, he just blew my mind because he just let me know that he just kind of assured me that Phoenix, you're gonna be all right. It was like, I like the way you think. He said, you're gonna get there. It's gonna be some bruises and bumpers, but you're gonna get there. He said, because of your mentality, I can tell you're not gonna take no for an answer. You know what I mean? You're not gonna let someone tell you what you can't do. And that's how you're gonna get there. But remember that, you're gonna have to barter, you're gonna have to look for the best price, you're gonna have to find it. You know what I mean? So sometimes believe it or not, the capital you have, cash is king. I just want to say that cash is king. You know, credit is cool, but cash is king, man. When you can cash it out, and that's one thing that I learned too, just being growing myself as business. And this is one lesson that I'm gonna give you that was given to me by a millionaire. Again, he said, if you can't afford it, don't go get it. I don't care if your credit said, oh yeah, you can pick this truck up, this car up today. Nothing down. Come get it. Can you cash it out? Do you have the money in your account? Can you cash that 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 7,000, whatever the situation is, can you cash it out? If you can't cash it out, you cannot afford it. Don't go get it. We always want to go get these vehicles. Oh, I need this vehicle. Oh, I can pay for it on this job I just got. So you working for your truck or you working for your car. Come on, man. You find some a good used vehicle, you pay for it, get you around, save your money up, and if you want that certain vehicle, whatever, cash it out. And I believe in check this shit out. When you get your cash and you cash something out, you're gonna look a little different at it. You're gonna think a little different about it because you just worked hard and you say, like, hey, if I'm gonna spend 20,000, it need to be worth 20,000. You see what I'm saying? So I just think that we just have to stop putting ourselves in debt. Stop buying things we can't afford. Like if you can't cash it out, don't do it. Now, your credit is for to help you grow. Your credit isn't for to get you a bigger TV. Your credit is for, okay, say you starting your business. You got good credit. You need this welding machine and you got the job already. You just don't go get it and look for the job. You say, okay, I'm gonna look for the job, get everything up. Then once you get some hits, okay, I need to get this and this. So you go say, okay, I'm gonna use my credit. I get this $5,000 machine. I got this job for 90 days. It's gonna pay for the machine and my truck. That's a good credit investment. That's how you do it. You use your credit to make money. Oh, I can go spend. I got 300,000, but my credit, I can get 300,000 from the bank. Go buy this property, make these money off these houses. Get the bank buy this money. I ain't lose my money. I make money. See, you use credit to make money. You don't lose credit to just buy vain things, especially things like liabilities is gonna lose money. Please stop losing your credit for liabilities. Please. You putting yourself on a bind. And as you see, that's what's been going on with this pandemic. People got they $1,200 supposed to pay rent and they went and bought something nice and now they still like, oh man, I still got this. No. If your rent was so and so, you should have divided that thing up into 90 days or at least 2 months. So well, at least I got 2 months good while I try to figure something out. We get so caught up in image. There's nothing wrong with looking nice, black man. There's nothing wrong with having something nice. There's nothing wrong with, driving good, riding good. But be conscious with it. Don't be no fool with it. Don't just do it just so someone else can say, you got it going on, you look good, you riding good, you clean. Oh man, you nice, but then you broke and you empty inside, or you having to slave for that car, for them clothes. You got to go in. You look good, like damn, I gotta go to this job. How many people, I know someone might be watching, they might have something, and the only reason they got it is it's connected to that job. And if they lose that job, they're gonna lose that that shine, that bling that they got. So it's like, damn, I gotta go back in here and listen to this asshole. You know what I mean? Like I done been there, like I done heard, like I know a lot of people that was doing good, bro. What you got here? That's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it, bro. You buy low, you fix it up, you get everything going, and you hit the road to make money. And you can embellish anything. I love embellishing things. You can listen, you'd be surprised what you can get used, clean it up, tape it off, get it painted, put some new shoes on it, get the interior. You can do all these things to it, still make it look good, still do kill two birds with one stone, and you own it. You know, I had a guy that asked me the other day. He said, "Oh man, I like that truck, bro. Man, where you get that from? This and this." I said, "I built it, man." He said, "Huh?" I said, "Yeah, I built it. I bought it. It was regular. I did everything, and I just got it decent right now. Just keep it afloat. It ain't nothing special, but it ain't and I wouldn't call it a piece of shit. You know what I mean?" Oh, that's good. So you moved to Texas. Hey, man, it's a lot. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's a lot of money in Texas. A lot of welding money in Texas. Money, period. Me personally, I don't like Texas. Now I come down there and get some money, but as far as living there, I don't want to live there. You know what I mean? Nah, I don't want to live in Texas. But I most definitely don't mind visiting Texas. I'm in Oklahoma. Would have never thought I would have came to Oklahoma City, but I'm here at the moment. But this is not where I'm gonna be forever. I'm here now for, like I told you, for my son. And while I'm here, I'm gonna build a business, an empower, a independent welding school, a cafe. I plan on doing a couple things, and it takes money, but I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. You know what I mean? I'm just getting everything together now, so I can do that. No, a lot of my family members like the Cowboys. A lot of my family members like the Cowboys, but I'm not a big sport fan. But if I would claim a team, it'll be the Broncos because I grew up in Denver and Montbello. So I a lot of times I represent certain sports because I stayed there. I knew someone like OKC, Kansas City Royals. I represent them because I know some black men that actually went up through there and how the Negro League was formed in Kansas City. So I support Kansas City. And then college. I'm from Arkansas, so I support my brothers and sisters who have went to the halls. I don't necessarily support that team, but I support the individuals on it. So I'm from that. I actually moved from Fayetteville, from the college area, so I support my brothers who get in to change their lives. But as far as the school and what they got set up, man, if you ask me, they bias and they just using us like stock. It is what it is. They use us like stock to improve their town, their team, and the kids don't really get too much. It is what it is, man. College is to me is a big robbery. It's a big robbery. But I'm gonna go on and get up out of here, man. This morning, I just wanted to talk to you for a while, man, about Black fathering, about us connecting back with our fathers and trying to fix our broken relationship. So if you do have a broken relationship and you can fix it, brother, fix your broken relationship if you can fix it. If you can't fix it, life goes on. Keep doing your thing. Forgive them. Don't get bitter. Live your good life. But if you can fix it, fix it. And listen, son, black sons, pay attention to those who have came before you. Listen, get some wisdom from them. They can save you from a lot of headaches and a lot of headaches and bad turns. Don't use history. History is there to show us what we're about to go through. History repeats itself. So get all the wisdom, all the knowledge you can, and critique it to how it fits your life. And just be realistic. Be realistic with who you are. Know who you are. Know what's going on in America. Know what's going on with the Black Lives Matter movement. Know what's going on with our people being oppressed, with us having jobs, with us barely getting by. Now it's time to start to build your personally Black Wall Street in your life with your family. Build yours. And then hopefully we can all get connected and come together and eat and dine, and everybody can have their own stores connected, and nobody's worried about so and so store because your store gonna win and I'm gonna support your store, you support mine. And that's how it's supposed to be. We go to the malls and we spend our money, black people. We don't own none of them stores in there. You might have somebody black with a pop up stand, but with the major stores, you don't see nobody black in the malls with a major store. But we don't say anything. We go to that store and spend our money. Then we go to the one right beside it. We don't say, "Oh, I'm not spending my." Nah, we just spend money with whatever nice. And I think that's what we need to do with our people. We need to invest in our people. They got something going on nice. That's legit, legit black man, legit sisters and kings and queens. That just trying to provide you with a service, trying to provide you with a product. So I think that the break of our rise is supporting our people, is doing what we did before we was freed from segregation, was buying black, supporting black, love the fact that we were black, and start by going to our people, start by building up our people, start breaking some chains so that way our kids and their kids and their kids can live better than what we did. That's what it's all about. I don't know any bars in OKC yet. I don't do a lot of drinking, but I planned on going to Bricktown soon and going down there and kick it. I actually told my daughter that I would like to take her down there for her birthday. Kick it with her down there is something new, something different. Um, but before I let y'all go, man, I just want to let you know, just from a black man to another black man or to another black sister, I love you. I want you to do good. I want you to win. I want you to succeed in everything you do. I want you to grow. I want you to be healthy, strong, vigilant, smart, beautiful, protected. And I just want to let you know, as a coming from Hog On Welding, that I love you, we love you, and I want to see you do good and do better all the time. Hog On.